What's happening?
Hey, look at you with your lip gloss popping.
Lip gloss popping and my real hair, contrary to what you believe. This
It's a
is my
toupee. It's
how's
a
it a toupee? Look,
toupee.
look, look, look. You can't pull a toupee.
It's a sew in.
I've never ever had a sew in. Ever, ever,
Yeah,
ever.
I love it.
Make
It's
sure I put it
gorgeous.
back.
It's
Thank
gorgeous.
you.
I want to touch it just so I can pull it and sit. No, I'm just kidding. I do want to touch it though, because it
You
looks
just
so
you
smooth and no, I want to touch it.
and it's so funny that picture that I posted when I said, see y'all, I told y'all I used to have hair. That was what, 2 years, 3 years ago, that day. So it was recent that, I mean, not recent, but same time frame that I was growing it out that time.
Hmm.
So yeah. But
It's
I'm
almost
turning
long enough for you
50.
to do that rooster thing people do where their hair be doing this at a time.
Right. I'm turning 50 this year, so I want something different for 50 plus one day. You heard what I said.
50. You said plus 1 day. What's that about?
Meaning it might be cut right back off.
Oh,
The next day it might be gone again. Who knows? I'll
so
have
what
to
you gonna
see.
do? You gonna have a photo shoot like
It's a
everybody else does when
surprise.
they
It's
turn
a
50?
surprise.
Why is it
It's
a
a surprise.
surprise? Why?
Cause it's a little mystery to it. Meaning I'm
Okay.
still thinking things
I'm like,
through.
really? What that serious? But okay. All right. So what we talking about this week? What you got, Kim?
Wait a minute.
Well,
I
actually,
have to
we ain't
do
did our intro. Go ahead.
That's what I was getting ready to say. Before we get into that, I have to say the same thing we always say anyway. Welcome to I ain't trying to be funny, but with Keita and Kim.
What's up?
Man, listen, we back
We
again.
right. We do. We keep
We've been
having our
back
we
so many
backs. We might as well not say it anymore. We here when we here. Look, let me
we
like
be where we at.
I'm gonna be where I'm at. Yeah. So, hmm
Such a shame though, because we're so busy, we're so important that sometimes things just come up. Never mind the fact that it's some crappy shows on TV and it's really nothing to talk about, but we're all so busy individuals.
yes. I am booked and busy, as the
All
girls
that.
said. Yes. So between being busy with life and the job that pays the bills,
That
um,
part.
and you said nothing being on TV. There's been a lot happening in the news and on social media. I mean, we can sit here
Oh,
probably all day and talk about the foolishness and whatever that's online. Like, I
it's
don't,
so much.
it's so much. And then it's just getting hotter every day. People's tempers are rising. Everybody's foolishness is rising. Like,
I'm
like
just, without saying anything specific, I'm just going to say one thing. We all have our opinions. I just want your opinion to make sense. That's all I'm asking. Just if you're going to have an opinion, can it just please make sense? Don't talk to me about what you think happened or you heard. If you don't know anything to be for true, for real, the truth, don't say it. And please don't let that be the reason why you made the conclusion that you made. Boo.
that's our science background kicking in. You
Is
know,
that what it is?
it is. We both got STEM brains, and so things need to make sense, and we need evidence to back up things that
Thank
are
you.
said and arguments. But that is just not reality these days. And the crazy thing to me is that having morals, intelligence, standards, correct grammar is now being seen as a negative, right?
Yeah,
And it's just the wild, wild west out here. So I'm going to sit in my house
that part.
with my properly conjugated verbs. And let these
And
fools go at it. Just let them have
right.
this.
In
I guess I'm gonna
97
have to.
degrees
I'm gonna have
and
to self
chill.
quarantine again. And then we have to go back to just lock them all back up in the house for a few months and see if we can take it all out. Cause this, I mean, it's out of control. I even have students who tell me that what I'm showing them in like mathematically doesn't make sense to them. They'll say something like, I still think this ought to work. And even when you show them why it doesn't work, they're like, but I still think it should work. So I've said this before. If you're discussing or having an argument or a back and forth with somebody and they go, I still think, you need to tap out at that point.
Yeah.
They're not going to change their mind. They're
I'm
not
gonna
going to
just
think
head
or
on out.
say it. Yeah, you just got to head on out because that person is not listening to what you're saying. They're not willing to ingest it, digest it, whatever the word is. And they're just, they're going to just dig their heels in on the ignorance. And like, you just wasting your time at that point.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
wrestling with a pig.
That part.
And the
So
pig like,
it's been some interesting conversations going on the interwebs, particularly the definition of cheating. So let's get into love and marriage. I didn't even get it out. I started coughing and laughing at
let's just slide on over to Alabama. You my neighbor in Florida on the one side and these nuts on the other side. Let's slide both states into the water. You're gonna have to leave Florida so we can push it on into the water. And then Alabama,
we all gonna be in the
slide
water.
that on into the water. Because they some fools over there. They some fools over there.
It's so funny, our listeners, that we keep saying, that this show is in the tank, but it is so sad. It's just so sad that the only conversations that are happening right now is people who haven't divorced their person so they can be with another person, or what's the definition of cheating, or you were a side chick. Is that it? For a show that was supposed to be about building up the community and teaching people how to have generational wealth and building home, owning property, and where did that go?
Who said that that's what the show was about, though? If you go back, just watch season 1. They got into the shit kind of early.
At dinner.
Yeah, it took a turn, and from that point forward, that's what it became about. And if Melody did that on purpose, she's a genius, because this show is its own phenomenon. One of these days, there's going to be a documentary about Love and Marriage Huntsville, because it's like the people who watch the show and comment on it, it's like being in a cult almost.
Yeah. And the investigations these people do. Oh, Martell still doesn't have his builder's license or builder's permit or whatever you need, or somebody had all of these mug shots. I'm like, what in the world?
If they don't say that, if they don't address the drama on camera, it's coming out. It's coming out, and half the time, the stuff online is coming out way before the episodes air. By the time we see the episode, that's old news.
Right.
Why y'all bringing up old shit? Because anyway, so real quickly.
Yes, quickly.
Real quickly. Okay, so our current cast, we have Melody, who for some reason has decided to go back to season 1 hair. And
looking like a peacock.
And across the tracks fashion.
That's that Shein or Sheen. How you pronounce that word? Is it Shein or Sheen?
I think it's Sheen, but
we don't even know.
I saw an ad though. You know, the website TEMU. Everybody says Temu. The ad I saw, they said Temu.
Yeah, I did know that. I heard the company people talk about that. Yeah,
I'm not calling it that. It's gonna be Temu. I don't care what they say. It's Temu. So anyway, so it's Sheen for me. I don't care what nobody.
Shein and Temu and Temu.
So
whatever.
yeah, she has decided to drill down on being tacky, because I don't know what the purple bat wings were. And then Martell is just he's on his own mission this season to blow everybody else out the water and expose everyone on the show as being a side piece or a cheater. Okay. Then we got Kimmy, no storyline. We have
Still,
Maurice, no storyline. We have
still.
Stormy, who wants to get into physical fitness, as if she has time for all of that with her multi-million-dollar business. I don't know. We got Courtney. I actually like Courtney because I just like Courtney. He don't say a lot, but when he does, he says it with swagger. He don't get into the bullshit. He don't get into the drama.
Right.
He just say what he
Right.
got to say and he move on. He'd be like, "That's stupid," and then he go on over here and do something else.
Right. You're like,
Uh, we got Tisha. We'll get to her later. Marceau, who's just still a smart ass.
lady hips.
Regardless, he's just a smart ass. I just be like, he's just like he's funny. He's funny in his confessionals. I've said that before, and I think he's very smart, but he just cannot not be an asshole. Like whatever the normal response is to something, it's almost like his brain goes, "How can I turn this around to something
Right.
asshole?" Yeah.
Asshole.
Then we got Destiny back for whatever reason,
Why?
even though she's been missing. She wasn't
Why?
in this last episode, or maybe the one before that. And then we got Sunny and Moses, who are not really part of the cast, but they keep showing up for some unknown reason that we don't care about them. And then we got the new
Again, why?
folks who are also not in the cast because they're not in the intro. Latricia and Ken, that
And why?
I need them to go. I need them to go back wherever they came from. And Nell and Chris, who are now part of the cast officially. I like Chris and Nell to an extent. This show might be a little too young for them. I think they might have a little bit too, but Chris got a little bit too much sense for the rest of them.
Yeah.
Don't you
And I
think
think
so?
she's a little more mature than the other ones.
That's
Miss
okay.
Neil.
So let's get on into it because she had a birthday party.
And we don't know how old she turned.
We don't know how old she turned at her birthday party, which I thought was required for you to say, "I'm turning this," but whatever. They call her Miss Nell, so she's apparently older than everyone on the cast except for her husband, but she might be older than him too.
She look
But
older than him.
it's okay. So what's your guess though? Are you
How
putting
old
her
she
in the
is?
50s or you think she in that 60-year-old range?
It's
Because the
so
kids
hard to
that call
tell, but
me,
it seemed like it's 60s.
the kids that address me as like Miss Nikita or whatever, they're in their 30s or younger. So 20 years younger than me. And when I say 20, like early 30s and younger. Nobody 40 years calling me Miss Nikita. That's not, if you're only 10 years younger than me, you're not calling me Miss Nikita. So I'm like, if she's 20 years older than them, and most of them are in their late 30s, early 40s.
I think she's in her early 60s.
I can see. Do you think Chris is that old too?
I think he's in his late 50s.
You think she's older than him? That's what I'm
Yeah.
suspecting. But maybe he just looks
But
good for his age.
you
But
know, the thing is, you just never know.
yeah,
Folks,
you don't know.
because I see these things all the time where people are being interviewed and it'll put their age on there, and you'll be like, "Oh, baby, you have had a rough life." Like,
Hmm. And then some of them you
so
see and you're like, lies. You lying. Nah, you ain't
right,
30. You ain't 30. You lying. So yeah.
right.
Um,
I It's gonna be an interesting season because as we always say, if they continue along this route of just talking about the same stuff over and over again, we're gonna have the same comments.
yeah. And they obviously don't like each other. These people don't like each other.
Oh,
So it's hard to watch. Like they are beyond the point where they're even willing to pretend to be friends now.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Tisha, she was with the shits on this last episode. She was like, if you all right, but F you. You ever see Half Baked?
Years ago, I don't remember it.
The guy that played Huck on Scandal was in Half
Mm-hmm. He
Baked.
was in.
And that scene where he quits, he's like, you all right. No, he said, you cool. Fuck you. Like he just go around, and that's how Teacher was acting at the thing. Like she had some smoke for everybody sitting around.
But she was so obnoxious, and it began when Melody walked through the door and she was trying to take her shades off. Why are you taking stuff off of this woman? Whoa, man.
Why you
Like,
worried about what she doing with herself?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, and I'm not gonna blame. Listen, I'm not gonna blame liquor. I'm not. You're a grown woman. She, something ain't right with her.
Something, and it was so weird. Yeah, it wasn't clear what precipitated all of this attitude. She just came, and if she was drunk, she must have started drinking before she got there, because they weren't even like
At
tossing
8
them back.
a.m. Right.
Yeah,
Right.
so she was, yeah. I just couldn't understand what she was so mad at everybody about. Like, she's got her reasons, but to come turned up somebody's birthday party, girl, why?
Yeah.
And then this whole Linnell, I can call you what I want to call you. Actually, no, that's not how that works. You don't get to call me whatever you want to call me. You
And
call me
I
what
just
I
thought that
say
was
you can
so
call me.
inappropriate.
She
Why are you arguing with this lady at her birthday party?
about what you gonna call her. You don't get to, yeah, she was ridiculous. And then what's wrong with her?
She might have, listen, I don't know these folks, but that looked like she took something.
I don't know. She called Stormy a pill popper. She said, go pop some pills.
And
And
we still don't know the backstory on that.
we don't. And she wouldn't say. And then she got the nerve to be mad that Stormy invited her out after she said that. It's a little weird, but what you angry about? You could just be like, no, I'm good. Just don't
Yeah.
go.
Just don't go. And
So,
why do you have to bring it up on the TV? If it was me, I'd have just been, all right, and moved on. You know what I'm saying? Just,
and you call your
y'all
friend and
doing
be
too
like,
much.
girl, guess who done invited me out? And that heifer know she, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what you do. Be like, let me tell
Right.
you who this fool. Yeah. So,
Exactly.
I think she needs to leave the show. And if she leaves, she can take her husband with her. Actually, we
Then
keep
you
saying
won't have a favorite because
the
that's your
show needs to
favorite.
end. The show needs to end.
Yeah. Abruptly.
Like you're ripping a needle off the record. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This like skirt, like this is like jump out. Drive by, drop off.
Cash in, cash
I'm
out. Cash
over
in,
it.
cash out.
I mean, I watch it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not sitting here saying I'm better than. I watch it because
It's a train
ain't
wreck.
shit else on. It's a train wreck, and yeah, it's been a long week, so why not? But it's still dumb, and they still don't serve a purpose except to entertain me when I don't have nothing else to do. So there you go.
So what I want to know, anyone who's tuned in or who's listening or whatever, how hard is it to get a divorce?
It's not hard. As a matter of fact, I have a friend who got a divorce some years ago, years and years ago. And she wrote her own divorce decree. And when she took it up to the judge, she was representing herself, he was representing himself in court. And so she submitted the paperwork to the court, and the judge reviewed it. And the judge said, who wrote this? Because they're representing themselves. And she said, I did. And the judge told her that divorce decree was better than most attorneys they had ever met.
Mm.
And so I asked her for the paperwork to help somebody else out. And I rewrote it for someone else that wanted to get a divorce. And all you had to do was take it up to the courts, pay the money, and file it. And hopefully the other person, see, this is the catch. the other person has to be in agreement with everything that's in it.
Mhm.
Otherwise, it's not gonna be just pay the money and it's filed.
Yeah, I get that. But
So that's it.
this chick in Huntsville hadn't done any of the paperwork. She hadn't done any
Right.
paperwork.
And I'm just sitting here like, you don't have, I don't know how much it costs. Let's just say it's $500. I have no clue. I'm like, $500 to file some paperwork.
No, because she in the gym all day, every day.
But she got kids. Okay. I don't know. And see, that's
She
the
can't
thing.
have any kind of other
I'm trying
job.
not to speak on stuff on because remember in the beginning I said I don't like when people don't know
Yeah,
stuff and they
you're
be
right.
talking about it. But I failed to understand why supposedly you hadn't been with this man for what she say 5 years,
Mm-hmm.
and y'all ain't divorced. That makes no sense to me. And
Well,
you
you
got a
know,
whole nother one in the house with you that you've been with for 2 years.
and why is he there? Would you be okay? So that's that's another question.
No,
First of all,
no.
it's a state by state basis. I do understand that divorce is different depending on
Well,
what
remember
state
too.
you're in.
I ain't gonna even
So
say that out loud.
in some states, you have to be separated 6 months or a year before you can get a divorce. And so
Okay.
I
See,
could
you teaching
see
me something. I don't
I
know.
could see if that were the case in Alabama, she still is outside of that 6 month and outside the 1 year. You know what I'm saying?
And
So
2 year, and 3 year, and 4 year. I mean, damn. How many you want, lady?
yeah.
She could have done a GoFundMe by now for the divorce. You
Mm-hmm.
mean to tell me none of them know any attorneys?
There's one on the
Call
show.
phone of who?
Maurice.
Oh, shit. But does she know Maurice?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I guess she can get to know. I mean, I'm saying it. Y'all on the same show. It can't be
I
that
know
hard to
they say they
say
on the show now, but I'm just saying, phone a friend. You don't know nobody that know an attorney. You ain't in no Facebook groups where you can be like, "Yo, can I get a? Can somebody recommend a divorce attorney?" Like,
if
come
there's a
on
reason
now.
to use AI, that would be it. Go on Chat GPT or u.com, one of them AI sites, and be
Google.
like Google, and well, Google has AI now. So how can I get a divorce? Y'all got any of them divorces around here? Like, something. They'll tell you. See, yeah,
I'm
it's not
just
that
saying, it's
complicated.
like there is absolutely. So I understand her. I understand her hesitation jumping into a new marriage. But to get a divorce, I don't get that, boo.
Mm-mm.
If
And
you're not
somebody,
planning to go back,
and they done already dug him up online. Her
yeah,
current husband
pictures, yeah,
had had pictures and
pictures.
everything. Yeah. So there's probably more to it. But I'm not concerned, but I'm interested to see how the new boo is gonna react when the real story comes out, because there's a reason why she don't want a divorce. I don't know if she still wants this other man's money, or if she don't want him to get her money. That's usually it. It's not the kids. It don't seem like it's the kids.
But if she got the kids, he would have to pay child support.
Uh-huh.
Okay, unless he's not working. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I listen.
We
One
gonna
thing I
find
know
out.
for sure. Listen, one thing I know. Listen, Linda. One thing I know for sure. This life here is short. I
Mhm.
refuse. I refuse to be miserable. I'm not doing it.
I don't think she's miserable though.
Why?
She,
Because she got the best of both worlds.
yes. Yes, she's not miserable. She is doing her and probably still getting the benefits of being married to this other guy. It could be his health insurance, because if she's a personal trainer, she probably doesn't have health care. I mean, there
I don't
could
know
be
what
a
she
lot of
does full
reasons.
time because I don't know. I don't know if that's what she does full time. I don't. I didn't get that understanding of what she
She
actually
says she's
does.
in the gym 3 to 5 times a day. I don't see how you have any kind of other job when you in the gym
And
all the
she's a
time.
bit. Well, I mean, yeah, you could be a business owner and set your own hours. Yeah, I mean, I don't
Business
know.
owners are the busiest people out here.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
I just said I don't
I
see how
think.
she can do it. But
I mean, yeah.
anywho, Anywho, because I mean,
You
the
said
only
she
way
got the best of both worlds,
I could
honey.
see her being, a gym rat and a stay-at-home mom if she was in grad school, maybe. But she does not give me grad school vibes.
She don't give me hooked
She
on
don't give
phonics
me
vibes.
undergrad vibes. She don't give me high school vibe. No, let me stop. She does not sound like she's had any formal education.
Yeah, I hate to be blunt like that, but I really, it's one of those situations where, I understand people are different. Everybody's different. They talk different, blah, blah. But I did have to turn on the closed
Caption.
caption
Mm-hmm.
because I didn't understand what she
She's
was
got a
saying.
weird voice. She sounds like she's 87 because she's got that old lady quip in her voice, and then she's got a mush mouth, and I'm sick of her. I just don't. Okay, so, okay, bottom line, I don't like her, but her man is right there with her because she don't sound very smart. But this fool said different strokes. Did you hear him? Different strokes. That's disrespectful. They different in Huntsville. I'm not gonna put it on all of Alabama because I got a lot of people I know who are good folks from Alabama.
But
But these Huntsville
wait,
folks,
but
I ain't trying to be funny, but I can't take nobody seriously that say scrokes and scrump. You done had all you in your 30s.
wait, and what does Moses keep saying?
I synced her.
I see her.
I synced her, and it's been a long time since I synced her. You did what now? Let's sit over here in my grammar corner. I'll sit over here.
Should have made
Yes.
that drink. I had it ready too. I poured some cranberry juice. I should have kept going and made me a drink.
Well, on a positive note, saw online that Stormy had $1 million in sales.
Oh.
Positive about the people on the show. She had $1 million
Okay, go
in
ahead.
sales on her live or something like that. So good for her. Good for her. Well, the show has already filmed, but it'd be nice if they gave her some kudos on the show at some point. Maybe at the reunion, they'll bring it up.
And that's the thing because I'm not I don't even know the name of her. Is it Canvas? Canvas Beauty.
Canvas
I
Beauty.
don't know that I've ever even seen Canvas Beauty in the beauty supply store, but I think I told you that I use Judy's Judy's Beauty Supplies, the Kaleidoscope brand. The girl that's married to Debrat.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. So hers is called Kaleidoscope, and she has a leave-in conditioner that comes in a pump. It smells so good and it feels so good in my hair. And a lot of times I just wash my hair and just put that in it and go. But and I haven't used any of the other ones. Like I wanted to try a few different leave-in conditioners, but when I found that one, I was like, ain't no need of going from when you find something that works, leave it alone. So
Yeah.
I use hers, but I don't even think I've seen Canvas
I
in
don't.
the store.
And not judging on this last episode because Stormy's hair was looking a mess, but her hair is usually pretty.
She was looking like Babs.
Uh, yeah, she was doing the most, but her hair is usually pretty, and if she's using her
Mhm.
own products, then
That wasn't a good representation.
but any other time it is. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
She
I
usually
agree
looks
with you on
nice,
that.
but
I agree with you on that. So
yeah,
anywho.
I think that's enough of them. Oh, you know what else? Last. Okay, we talked about old boy saying different strokes. Nell
Mhm.
murdered the word adrenaline. Did you notice? She said adrenaline or adrenaline or something. She
I
messed
probably
it up.
didn't even know what she was saying. Like I said, I listen. I I'm not going to keep rewinding to try to figure out what you're saying or what you're talking about. I'm just gonna let it slide and just stare at the pretty pictures. That's what I'm gonna do. because
It
it's
always
too
catches
much.
me off guard. I'll be like, wait, what she say? I go back and I see what the captions, and the captions are usually wrong when it's black people. The AI or whatever they use for captions on black shows is racist. That's what I'm saying.
I mean,
They're teaching
it doesn't work
AI to be
sometimes.
racist. If you got to learn from, if it has to learn from the input that is given, they're inputting racist stuff. I know they are. That's my soapbox for the day on artificial intelligence.
Okay. And now can we go next?
Mhm. Yeah. So one of our favorite ones is back though. Power
Hallelujah.
Book 2 Ghost. Yes. Starring Michael Rainey Jr., who we hated when he was Tariq on the original Power. I mean, hated
We
this little
wanted to
boy.
chase him with a belt.
Wanted to give him a whooping so bad. Now it's like everybody just wants to protect him. Like, leave Tariq alone. Leave Michael Rainey Jr. alone. He done got molested on live
I
this
know
week.
what's wrong with people. And it
Telling
was
you.
live. Did you hear what you said? It was live.
Live.
And
And
there
the
were
poor baby.
children in the room.
Yeah, and he was so embarrassed and
Well,
mortified.
he a child, really.
And he's in his 20s, so he's
Okay.
yeah, he's an adult. But the bad part is that when you've got cameras on you and stuff, you don't really know how to respond. Like he
Right.
couldn't hit her in her head and be like, "Bitch, get off me!" Like he couldn't do. Everybody would have
Yeah, he
been
tried to
mad.
laugh it off. He laughed it off.
Yeah, but he did. It wasn't funny. It was
It wasn't.
despicable.
Just like, why would you?
Hmm
I don't know why I'm even asking that question. I don't even know why I was getting ready to form my lips to say, why would you do something like that?
Ain't no reason, or you can't rationalize with these kooks. I'm serious. Everybody just thinks they can do and say whatever they want.
To
There's
whoever they want.
freedom of speech means freedom of persecution from the government for your speech. It does
Yeah,
not
but you can't
excuse you.
touch people.
It does not excuse you from anything that you do, and it doesn't excuse you from somebody else giving you some consequences.
Right.
Freedom of speech is only from the government. The government gives you freedom of speech,
Oh,
not
okay.
your neighbor, not your friend, not your classmate, not your brother, sister, nobody.
Nobody.
They don't have to excuse anything you say. And
Right.
people don't always control their own actions. You say the wrong thing, you might get slapped in the face on the Grammys, Oscars, whatever the show was.
Don't
Just
get me started.
I'm just saying. Just want to slide that in there. I'm poking the
Don't get me
bear.
started. Don't
I'm
poke the
poking the
bear.
bear.
Don't poke it. That ain't what you want. So anyway, the name of the episode was I Don't Die Easy.
Yeah.
Look how you looking. So I've seen some mixed reviews on Facebook. And of course, a lot of the first reviews that I saw, um, they said the show was bad. And a lot of people also said they don't like any time it's a series finale because the writers get super lazy. They put in stuff that's damn near impossible. But I'm like, it's a lot of the stuff been damn near impossible this whole time. I mean, we are talking about a child kingpin. Come on now. It's
Mm-hmm.
like
They act like that wasn't
he
far
know
fetched
people
in
with
the front.
green cards.
Yeah.
They know somebody who can get you a green card.
You got to ask this kid to do it for you. It's not like he asked him to set up his Facebook profile. He asked him to get green cards. It's
So,
wild.
so,
That was
so
wild.
I'm like, so now you want to talk about shit that don't make sense?
Well,
It's been like that.
but when a show ends and they didn't know they were going to
Excuse me.
end, a lot of storylines leave you hanging. So at least this way they'll
They
wrap
knew.
everything up. No,
They said they knew.
I'm not talking about
Oh,
people that know. I'm saying
oh,
shows that don't know they're getting canceled. Their season ends and you got a lot of cliffhangers. They never come back and you be like, well, damn, But when you know it's the end, they wrap it up. They know they gotta wrap stuff up. They can't leave us
yeah.
no cliffhangers if they wrapping it all up. And then that's when they take the perfect opportunity to bring people back from the dead, no matter how
Oh, that scene annoyed the shit out of me. I hate those scenes. I could
I
have
hate that.
lived without Mecca and Zeke and Lorenzo coming back. I don't need that.
Who on their dying on their deathbed, like you know, you believe you about to die, you watching your body on the table, you fighting for your life, but you're gonna picture yourself in an interrogation room in the police precinct.
Right.
You're not trying to make your life right with God. You cussing at the ghost of your dead exes and your son. Like, who wrote this? All I kept going was, who wrote this?
You're
That was
right.
the worst part of the show. And they trying to give Mary some acting chances. Stop. We want to see her wearing clothes and cussing her kids out.
Where
The
the
rest of this,
outfits at?
the outfits, I don't want to see her in no hospital gown all season. I want to see some furs and some boots. Don't play
And
with
some
me.
boots.
Some big
And some...
earrings and some dope glasses. Don't play with me with Mary.
Exactly. That's what we want. Give us what we want. Okay. So let's
Next thing
kind
you
of
know, they're
talk
gonna
about.
bring Proctor back. They'll be like, "Oh, Proctor ain't dead." Like, yeah, I hate they
Oh,
always
yeah.
bringing people back. They always bringing people back at the end. Get on my
Reached
nerves.
all the way back to Africa and got Proctor.
No idea where that came from. It just popped in my head just now. But I
So let me
wanted
ask you this before we get into it. What kind of grade would you give this episode? What kind?
this
What would you?
episode
Mhm.
a C plus.
Damn! I didn't expect that.
I love the show is back. I couldn't wait for it to be back. And I might bump them up to a B minus because we got to see Method Man in the shower.
And that's it.
But
But
listen, it was a mix of too many different things. It even went John Wick for a minute. They put out the kill notice on Tariq and Brayden, and they put it in a group me, because it went to all the assassins in the city at the
that we
same
didn't know
time.
existed. Okay.
It was just like John Wick. Did you ever see that one?
Yeah. I saw all of them.
Excommunicado, where
Yeah.
they put the message out and everybody was just like running up on them. I was like, okay, so now it's John Wick for these two little boys. And the nephew, Angela's nephew, with the flash drive in his hand, and then he shows it to
Agent.
Tariq. I don't care what his name is. He did.
Agent
He goes,
Young.
I got everything here. I'm showing you. It's right here. Kill me
Can
so
we
you can
talk
take
about
it.
that first? Can we talk about that first? And why I say C minus, but mine is closer to a D. And that whole scenario is the reason why. So, first of all, Tariq ain't thinking about Angela, Haas, or anybody else. But my question is, why would you, rookie, think you've heard about this boy getting off on every single thing they tried to get him on for thousands of years, and he ain't even that old, and you think that you're gonna be the one to just mosey on up to him and be like, hey, you Tariq, I'm arresting you. Did you do this? No, I think you did. Come with me. What? Like, and then he said that he was Angela's nephew. And I love the comeback. The comeback was right on time. Brayden was like, who's Angela? And he was like, one of my daddy's old bitches or something. My dad's old bitch. And I was like, yeah, so. But
my
you
dad's
do
worst
realize.
mistake, I think, is what he said.
Well, he said that when he killed him.
Yeah.
But my thing is, Tariq wouldn't have even known who that dude was if he didn't tell him. He wouldn't have even known because he's not thinking about Angela or Paz or anybody else, period. And I just said, what? You just gonna say I'm boo-boo? Like, come on. Then, like you said, the jump drive. Here's the evidence I'm gonna use to convict you.
Right here, loose in my hand. And I'm gonna put it in my pocket. Watch this. I'm putting it in my left pocket. Just I can't. The writers be tripping sometimes. The writers
And
be tripping.
then he said he was gonna shoot him and leave the gun with his prints. get that because I was like, so if they not on camera in the garage, then why do that? Just walk away. Nobody saw y'all.
Oh, why did he go and tell everybody what happened?
No. I'm saying why would you he took the other gun and left his prints on the other gun. Tariq did. My thing is obviously there's no cameras in the garage because they would have seen everything play out, every single thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but I didn't understand why you would leave the prints, then go with this whole story about, well, I had to shoot him or whatever he was saying.
I didn't get it either. But for me, I didn't understand why he wanted to stay and give a a report
Right. You
to the
could have
news at
just
all.
left.
Why they didn't just leave? It
You
was
could have
weird.
shot the boy, took both guns, put them in the river like you did before, earlier in the show. Yeah. Earlier in the show. And then nobody would have known y'all were even in the parking garage. Because
Yeah,
like I said, obviously there were no cameras.
yeah. I think it must be something that's gonna come out later. When they do stuff that don't make sense, is to force a certain outcome later in the story. So we'll have to be patient on that. Because I was sitting there like, who, what? And then
He said, who would?
random thought I had while I was watching that whole garage scene. What if your car was parked down there?
Mad as fuck.
You get ready to go somewhere, your shit all shot up. You can't go nowhere. It's a crime scene. Like what? I think that about
especially if I was headed out of town, because baby, when Friday came, my sister was headed on. Now, you know what I'm saying?
I was like, I think the same thing when I watch Marvel movies. I'm like, they just done tore up everybody's stuff. Like, what you gonna do? They gonna and the city just gonna say, well, ain't our fault. Like, who pays you for that? The insurance company will be like, we don't cover gangbang, bullets, whatever, monsters. We don't cover alien invasions. Like, what do you
like that Shang-Chi movie when the girl was when she was trying to stop the bus and she kept rolling over all them cars going down the street.
Yeah. Like y'all tearing up everything. Anyway, one of my favorites on this show is Kane. I love his character. I love that actor. He's he just he's just smarter than Zeke. Because Zeke was just dumb for no reason. But
girl, why did you do that?
Kane just accepts.
He just want. Now you know Zeke. I called him for doop doop.
Yeah, he was that. Straight up for doop. But Kane is not. No, Kane is smart on a different level. Like he's street smart. He's not. Yeah. He's like, forget school, forget the books and all of that. I don't care if I said the right verb, but he knows the streets. And so I like Kane. And when he said, I should have wrote it down. He said something funny. He always says something funny. But I like Kane. I didn't realize that Effie was back on Tariq's side. I missed something between and I
she double crossed him. She double crossed him at the beginning, and then warned him at the end.
I didn't see that coming. But
that's what she does. That's what she does. They didn't give us
any indication of it anytime until she texted him or something, and I was just like, wait, no, what?
Because she doesn't want him to be killed.
Still,
she's like the fact that they keep. I don't know why Tariq trusts the girl anyway. How many times does she have to double cross you?
It's like a quadruple cross at this point. Like she go Like I can't.
Just like Diana. Diana, you can't trust her either.
Diana and Drew are just about as dumb as Zeke.
Put together like
y'all can't do no better than this.
And I knew Diana wasn't gonna kill her mama. She don't have the balls.
Drew said smother her. I was like, damn, Drew. Damn. But if she had the guts,
but why are they so hard for their dad though? Why are y'all riding so hard for a man who been in jail most of y'all lives and your mother kept food on the table? Like, why are you so mad at her?
Because she did not have an ounce of sweetness in her, not an inch of motherliness.
But she took care of them. She was just.
She made sure they had food and clothes and stuff, but she didn't give them any love. And that's what they craving so bad. The dad at least act like he gave a damn about Diana and her
He
future.
pretended.
He pretended to. That's what I'm saying. He acted that. At least he pretended. Monet is like, yeah, I ain't doing all that. Get in here. You want some chicken? You don't want no chicken? All right then.
Go
You
get
know,
that
she
shmoney.
right.
Go-
She is.
Eat
Yeah.
this chicken and hurry up and go get that shmoney. You back
Get
on the
back.
corner.
You back on the corner. Get out my house. Yeah. So they plotting to kill their mother because she killed their father. Like I can't. There's too
It's
much
too
going on.
much.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you think about, speaking of too much going on? Now they've introduced a new character, Noma's daughter,
No, not just one
Anya.
new character.
No. I'm starting at the beginning, Anya, because the second new character gonna totally piss me off. We'll talk about that. Anya,
What about her?
is she really needed?
That's it. I'm like, what about her? Apparently, they're gonna write her in for something. I mean, that's the only reason they even showed us who she is. They could have just kept it as, we found your daughter. They didn't have to show her. We didn't have to
Right,
see her
that's what I'm
talk.
saying. Is she really needed? Like, now don't get me wrong, make that money, don't let it make you. Now I'm all for giving people an opportunity to act, right? But as far as the story, I don't feel like she's needed. Not at this point in the story. And it's
No,
about to go off. Who cares?
no. And so, we got to see what the writers are going for with that. There's a point. There's a point. I don't think that they would go the whole season without any new characters. So there will be a point, but right now we don't see it. Maybe they'll kill Noma and her daughter is now gonna be activated. Who knows? Or maybe Tariq will date her or Kane, or it'd have to be somebody that she hasn't seen yet or doesn't know that'll try to get close to her. I don't know. I don't know. I'm with you. She wasn't needed. And
Wasn't it?
the one she wasn't the only new character. The other new character, he
That's
was
gonna
all
piss me off.
crying and he was like, Denise, such and such. I said, now who the fuck is Denise? I was sitting there
We,
going, who is
we
Denise?
don't know yet.
I was racking my brain and then I figured, oh, I guess we'll find out later. He on a
You know,
vengeance.
when he first said Denise, I said, that's not her name. That was my reaction.
Whose
I
name?
was thinking about, Layla. No, that wasn't her name. Leilani. What was her name? The girl Ghost Shot. What was her name? And then she wound up being on Force, and then she wound up
Liliana.
dying. Liliana. I was like, that's the only person I can think of that, from way back, they got killed or whatever. I was like, Denise. That wasn't that girl name.
I just kept going. Now who I just was thinking, did I miss something? Do I need to go back and then I said, no, this must be
We don't
somebody
know who
new.
it is.
How you gonna
Yeah.
introduce a new character with a whole unrelated so far? He just came out of nowhere, and now he want to just jump in and everything. I don't know. Yeah,
So this is gonna piss me off because yet again, we're gonna get yet another cop that's going after a child.
it's gonna be obsessed with with just not just a child, only this child. Like nobody else in New York City is acting up. Just Tariq and Brayden.
Just to read.
And then out of nowhere, his daddy is racist. Well, it might not be out of nowhere, but he hadn't really said
Brayden.
any.
Oh no, that
Brayden's
that that
daddy.
that was there. Well,
He said,
I think they had made some comments last season. I don't think that's out of nowhere.
mm, "Okay, it don't
Uh
matter. He could die. The sister could die. I mean, their family is
Becca. Becca
yeah."
was like,
And when they first said Becca, I was like, "No, he's dead." I thought they were saying Mecca, and I was getting confused. There's a lot of characters. They got a lot of characters on this show. They bad as Game of Thrones. Every time you look up, it's somebody new. But
yeah,
Game of Thrones knows how to do it right.
yeah.
They know how to keep it.
So what do you think is gonna happen to Tariq? Okay, wait, before I say that, let me make you laugh at one of the scene when he went to the school to get the money out of the wall. Tariq, And I'm sitting here thinking, you got all these hiding places and you still ain't got no car. Like you got all this money stashed over here, over there. You still ain't got no car.
He hasn't had time to get another car.
Well,
Because he
yeah,
gave
because
his car to what's the name at the
oh,
end of
I
last
remember.
season. That was
I
just
remember.
like that was just yesterday. This show picked right up 2 days later. Seriously,
Right.
he ain't had time to go by the dealership.
I hear you, but that's what I'm saying. That's my point. It's like
And he was driving something earlier in the show when they were after Anya, but then he crashed it and left it there. Like they just been doing
the truck that was at the airport.
Yeah. So he can get his hands on a vehicle when he needs to.
But it's just so funny. It's you're doing all this and you still ain't got no car. You got all this money on your shoulder and nowhere to put it, but on your back. Like,
yeah, I wonder, are they going to try to redeem his character? Are they going to let him get out? Or is he stuck? And
that's what I was going to ask you. So what do you think is going to happen? Because I cannot imagine how they're going to turn this around. How are they going to turn this around where they have no drugs, no supplier, no income, no job? Brayden ain't even in school.
Tariq ain't in school. He can't go to school because that's the first place people look for him.
Well, she called it off, remember? So what's next?
The policeman that's gonna be looking for him.
He's gonna be at school.
She called him off. She called it off, but that doesn't stop Kane from doing what he wants to do. Yeah. I just wonder. Yeah. It's just early on. We in episode 1. We in episode 1, and they already came.
We're in episode 1 that you gave a C-.
Yeah, well. See, you gave a C-. I said C+.
Oh. I actually didn't say. I thought you said C-.
You said
I actually didn't.
You said C+ going into D.
Oh, no, I said C- going into D.
C-, and I said C+. And I said it could have been a B-.
Scene irritated me. I was just like, it's like actors going, "Do you know who I am?" What? Like you could have kept that to yourself.
Yeah. What I hated, this was another thing I hated in the show, the John Wick part of it. So Kane finds out that Tariq is at on campus. And so he tells Noma, Tariq is here on campus, run me my money.
Run me my money.
Why would you tell her where he is?
Exactly. I said the same thing.
And then she told everybody in the group me. I was like, it's so like I said, it's stuff like that the writers do just to make other things happen. It was cheap, in my opinion, and it didn't make sense, because if I got to stop and say, no, why would you? That means that the writers just did something stupid. It was stupid.
And that's precisely why folks said on the interwebs, I hate when it comes to a series finale because the writers get super lazy.
I think they're being lazy though.
Well, they've been lazy.
Been lazy.
But now they're what's past being lazy? I mean,
trifling,
no, not creative anymore. You just checking a box at this point. They
phoning it in, right? It's yeah. I am gonna still watch it because this was my favorite.
Absolutely.
One, so of the spinoffs from Power, because Power is still my favorite. But from Power, it's Ghost, and then the one with Tommy and then Kanan.
Of course, I don't like Kanan at all. You know, I'll be getting irritated.
Am I missing one?
No.
Oh, okay. It's book 2, book 3, and book 4. Yeah. Yep. So yeah, it's time for it to end though. They run out. As people here in Atlanta say, they don't run out.
Yeah, I just hope that when my all-time absolute, I can't wait till it come back, House of the Dragon comes back, I just hope they just don't do some stupid crap like this. Like, please don't. Like, please make it make sense, you know?
I don't think so, because That book has a lot more they can do with it. They only took a small portion of this one book and made the whole first season out of it.
Mm.
Whereas Game of Thrones was it 5 or was it 6 books? It's like 5 or
Yeah,
6
and they
books.
had to make up the rest.
Yeah, and
And
they made
season
a lot.
8 was trash.
I still loved it and watched it. So I don't care what they do. If it's Game of Thrones, I'm in. So I wouldn't call it trash. It wasn't as good as the
It's
other one, but I
trash.
wouldn't call it trash. This
I'm
I
saying it's
think this
trash.
one I think it's going to be just as good or if not better because they got to really get into okay, what now? Now you didn't activated Rhaenyra. She finna go crazy and she got dragons. The Targaryens got dragons. So, yeah. And that's what we be wanting to see. You know, I watched off topic. Go Godzilla -1 is on Netflix. I love Godzilla
Okay.
movies, right?
Yeah.
And the fire and all that, be tearing up shit. This one is not that movie though. This one
Oh
is not it's
no.
not in that universe with the ones with King Kong and all of that. This is a separate movie. It's still Godzilla, but it's more about the people and how they're affected after Godzilla
Who
tears up
cares?
Tokyo. That part. That was it. I we got
We
about
ain't
40
trying to
minutes.
be educated on whether or not some Jurassic
Random
animal terrorizes the world. We want to see the damn Jurassic animal.
terrorizing the world. That's what we want to see. We
Right.
want to see it tearing up shit. I don't care that it made you cry. Go somewhere. And so that's why I was like, who cares? We got about 40 minutes in. I was like, yeah, no. Turned it off. I didn't finish it. It was so boring. I
Oh
think I saw Godzilla once. I was like, y'all serious with this? Where's the monster? Where's the monster?
no. Damn.
Even if in the later movies we start to like Godzilla and Godzilla's on our side, we still want to see Godzilla tearing up somebody else then. If
Right.
Godzilla's on our side, then it has to fight the other monsters. Yeah,
Is it Godzilla or King Kong the one Samuel L is in?
he was in a King Kong movie.
Okay, I like that one.
Skull Island, I think.
Skull Island. Yeah, I like that one. Speaking of, I fell asleep on episode 2. Acolyte has a third episode out, and they explain episode 2.
Okay, good. And so it's better.
Yeah, well, it explains it because I certainly dozed off 4 times on episode 2. I was like, oh shit, again. Oh shit, again.
I didn't fall asleep on it, but I was sitting there watching it like
Girl, both of my eyes were closed. I was like, shit.
I
Where
liked
did
the
I
first
stop?
episode, but that second one I was just like,
Man, it was
mm,
snooze fest.
mm. And
So,
like I
and it
told you,
comes out on Tuesdays. I thought it comes out on Wednesdays. So,
I thought it came out on Wednesdays too, so I
yeah,
would
it's
watch it
Tuesdays.
Wednesday.
So yeah, you can watch Acolyte. So yeah, but I'm still waiting on all the Queen's Men to come back on. I'm still waiting on House of the Dragon to come back on. Uh yeah, stuff has got to get better. I
Well,
need these
next week
shows to
when we
get
talk about Power and House of the Dragon, that's gonna be a good conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm ready. We got a whole party. We getting together. We got a watch
better.
party and
Party over here.
everything. We're gonna be ready. Like it's
Ain't none over there.
yeah. So
Yeah.
it's time.
So
I
I'll
haven't been
be
in
picking
2
weeds and
years.
watching House of the Dragon.
You gonna be doing what now?
Picking weeds out the front yard and
Uh,
watching House of the Dragon.
I totally heard that wrong. I'm like, I know she ain't so
I would
Al
never.
Gore's internet.
I would never. No, girl, these weeds, they are taking over my yard. And I spent all that time putting that damn mulch out there. Piss me off. So
We
yeah.
got a minute. Let's talk about a few things that have been in the news recently.
Uh-oh. Dun, 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 dun.
Did you see the story about the boy whose grandmother reported him missing? So he made a diss track. You laughing, but I was like in shock. He was like, "On God, I'm gonna put some shots in her chest." I was like, "What, baby? You said that about your grandmama? Your grandma? What grandma do?"
We don't. What is? I just really want to know the backstory to that.
Oh, his aunt was in the. Yeah, there's an article. I'll send you the link. His aunt says his mom is not around, and his father only supports
Right.
financially. So
Right.
the grandmother been taking care of this boy and his siblings, and they doing the best they can, but he just keeps acting out. So that's the story from the aunt.
Now he about to get a record deal.
Is he?
No, I'm just.
Oh, you being silly. I was about to be mad. I was about to be mad for real.
What he might?
That's because no, that was one, and so I'm all for a diss track.
Hey, did he need all the help he can get?
They not like us. Yeah, I'm all for a diss track, but on your grandmama,
On your grandmama that's taking care of you. How old is he?
my grandmama on my hood.
Right.
Hey, and
How old is he?
2012. I think it's
I
12.
saw it, but I don't, I don't listen to rap like that because I don't understand what these young people are saying. So it just gives
These
me a
young
headache.
people. These young people.
Yes, because I'm so old now. I'm almost a half a century. You know what I'm saying?
15. 15. And do you know that was in Columbus, Georgia? And let me tell you how crazy Georgia been lately. Like
I've seen it.
I might have to get on up out of here. They wilding out down here. They
I've
stealing
seen it.
buses on going on high speed chase.
It was down it was down the street from our friend's house.
Was it?
Oh, uh-huh. She said her
And
sister passed it. It was still there.
girl. And then they shot up the food court at the Peachtree Center
Peachtree.
downtown. We got
The
the
earthquake.
earthquakes at Lake Lanier. The ancestors like, cut it out. I'm finna come up there. I'm gonna get my belt.
Get Ray J first. And Tariq. Get him
and they
whoopings.
like and they like um the chick ran for office saying she a Delta, and she's saying they can't find her because her last name different. It's a sorority. Most of us have changed our last names. They know how to keep
And
up with us.
faces and bodies and hair and eyelashes.
And orientation and all kind of stuff. Folks is changing. I'm changing. So yes.
Gospel. I ain't trying to be funny, but if you didn't come here for that, you can go ahead and click off because it is what it is. Shit.
People are changing and they know how to keep up with you. They know how to find you. I promise. I don't
I
care.
promise.
I don't
But
care.
the thing is, all you had to do was say, I pledged this line, this chapter, this year. These are my line sisters. Hey, by the way, where are your line sisters? Where they yo? Where they at, yo? Where they at, yo?
Where they at, though? Where they at?
I mean, it makes no sense. By now, somebody would have spoken up. By
I've been
now.
like, don't you say that about my lines. That's my line, sister. We knelt on. Yeah, I would have been all over it.
This ain't what
But
you want.
listen, that I was telling them the other day, somebody I was talking to, that nephew Tommy, where he called a dude and told him he wasn't a Sigma no more. You remember that?
I think I heard about it.
Oh, I'm gonna find the link. I'm gonna find the YouTube and send it to you. He was just like, "Nah, the fuck, I'm not." He was like, they better run me my money back then. That's the proper response. If somebody say
Right.
you ain't what you say you are, and you know you
Yeah.
are.
Right.
Well, if I'm not, then I want this back. I want that back. I want this. And what about this certificate? Like, no, if I'm not, she not either. Like,
ain't nobody gonna be one, goddamn.
They talk about it was a clerical error. He's not a Sigma. This dude lost his whole mind. I was in the car in tears laughing. I was like, nephew Tommy, better tell this man that he playing before before this man have a stroke.
Nah, that's not that ain't funny.
Yeah, it was after
funny.
a while. I was just like, this man finna have a stroke. He better let him know he kidding. Like, dude was hot. He was hot. And this woman is like, well, I'm sorry that this has gotten to be so public, but No.
But what make it worse is she also said she was a veteran. And she also said she was an OBGYN.
Yes.
And I'm just like.
And now they calling her Georgia Santos. I saw that in the comments. I was in tears. I said, y'all so clever. I love it. I love my people. They call that heifer Georgia Santos. I'm telling you, they wild down here now. They are wild.
Yeah, y'all, it's too much going on down there.
Too much. It's too much.
I mean, it's too. I can't. Yes, I mean, the water main breaks.
I was in Puerto Rico getting news notifications about the water main break, and then the day we were flying back, they were like, "There's no water. You can't use the bathrooms or the showers in the Sky Club." And then before we landed, there was a power outage in the airport.
Damn.
All this at the same time. I was like, Atlanta.
Somebody didn't pay the bill. That's what that was. Somebody didn't pay the bill.
We've been telling folks for how long we full. So don't come to Atlanta. If you thinking of moving here, don't. We full. I'm sorry,
Baby.
we full.
Baby. The fact that I had 14 offers on my house within days, it was really days. I mean, it makes no sense. But that's all of those studios, and everybody want to be a rapper.
And Google got offices here now, and so it's turning into like a tech place in the movie industry, in the music industry. Folks that are here, everybody want to be in Atlanta, but we full. I'm sorry, y'all, we full.
Atlanta been full. Atlanta been full since '96.
But we full and can't even handle it. Infrastructure can't handle it now. The streets collapsing, the water main collapsing,
the bridge.
It's always something. And now you just all you gotta do is lie and get elected. I can't. I don't know where to go, but
did you die?
Out of here. Not yet.
But did you die?
But damn, it's close.
You know that's what Cassim said. But did you die? I'm like Cassim, Kasim Reed. That's what he said on TV. When the bridge collapsed.
Oh, you talking about the?
I mean, no. Snowmageddon. Snowmageddon. Yeah. He was like, but did you die? Dude, people were sleeping on the highway.
Yeah. Kasim Reed was a mess.
That's not normal. That's why I keep a blanket in my car to this day. Because of Snowmageddon.
That was crazy.
And if I see some snow here, we got some damn splaining to do, because that's some bullshit.
Yeah, I don't want to move to Florida though. I do like where you are, but I can't do y'all governor. I can't.
I'll see you from Trump.
Why would I leave here and go to that though? I already got one.
Same,
you know what I'm saying?
Same motherfucker.
Yeah, why would I move for the same shit? I'm trying to go somewhere different. Somewhere that makes sense.
It ain't nowhere different. All the politicians lie.
Then we're gonna have to leave.
And no, ain't nowhere different. All politicians lie.
We're going to space.
You know, they lie out there too.
We're gonna live underwater. I can't do water.
They ain't got no water.
I can't do water.
They don't have no electricity.
Electricity.
I'm trying to sound like Moses.
I synced it. All right, girl. Let me get off of here. Let's get off of here. We talked about a lot today. Very interesting.
So yeah, next week we'll have House of the Dragon and Power Book 2 to report on.
Yeah, unless something really good happens, we can drop Love and Marriage back out.
Oh, I don't care about them.
We didn't even say anything important. My bad for even dragging them back up. We could have been off of here a good 45 minutes ago. So,
damn you.
Yeah.
All right, player. Till next time, like and subscribe. I ain't trying to be funny, but
listen, that's what we need to have on the end. I ain't trying to be funny, but listen. All right, girl.
This is the no judgment zone.
No, it's the very much judgment zone. All right, talk to you later.
Deuces.